What is up, everybody? Today we're talking about the Democrats winning strong at the midterm elections and a lot more on Black Hollywood Lives this week. But I wanted to say.
That's right.
I see your shoulders. I see your shoulders, Courtney. See, it's all about the shoulders, right? What? What's up, everybody? Welcome to not Black Hollywood Lives this week. This has changed to Black Hollywood Lives, the trend. But you know, I mean, it's it's the same show, just saying what happened was and all that. You know, on the trend. So
yes.
I am Derrial, Christon, and joining me is Courtney Stewart.
Hello, everybody.
We had a little Missy playing today, 1 Minute Man, because we're going to be talking about her because she got nominated for the 2019 Songwriters Hall of Fame, which is big. The first rapper,
huge.
female rapper,
first
female rapper,
Nice,
which is
nice.
huge.
Awesome.
We're going to be talking about that and a lot more.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get out of my feelings today,
Get
so
out
I
your
needed
feelings. Get out
that
your
Missy
feelings.
Elliott. Yeah, see, I've been having some
They're
bad
having
car
struggles,
issues,
y'all. Yeah.
cars getting towed,
And
tickets and nails. So I feel like I need to sage my vehicle or sage me.
You done messed with some girl.
Something's messed up.
What you doing?
No, I mean, I feel like something's going on. Like I was about to change my car's name to Christine. No, for real. You know, if y'all don't know, Christine is the 80s movie about the haunted car. Stephen King.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Shout out to Tony with the quick sound effects today. Look at you trying to make me feel better up in the studio. No, I'm sorry. Don't do it again.
What is happening?
What is going on today? We're having fun because I'm trying to get out of my feelings.
Yes, we're getting you out of your feelings. It's the end of the week, and we got so much to talk about.
So much.
So we're going to talk, right? You want to talk?
I mean, you can start off.
You want to talk about people that was in their feelings?
Who else?
Apparently the Beyhive was in their feelings, and
Always.
they are pissed off at their queen.
What?
How the Beyhive mad at the queen bee? Well, for those of you guys that don't know or were under a rock, as I always say, we voted this week at the midterms. Did you vote? You vote?
Of
Everybody
course,
vote,
I'm an American. I voted.
Praise the Lord, we all voted. We all voted, and a lot of celebrities were trying to help out a lot of different candidates across the country. We talked last week about Oprah. We talked about Will Ferrell. There was a lot of people helping everybody out. And apparently Beyonce tried to get on the train, but she got on the train a little bit late. So in her native Texas, she was supporting the senatorial candidate Beto O'Rourke, but she didn't post her support until Tuesday when the polls were coming and people were already voting. And she posted on Instagram these really dope pictures, because all of her pictures on Instagram are dope.
All of her pictures.
With her hat that said like Beto for Senate. And everybody got mad, specifically the Beyhive, because Beyhive is all over Twitter and the Instagrams. And they were like, hey, boo, why you didn't do this weeks ago? So everybody would know like who you was teaming for. And so they all came for her pretty hard. She had a whole lot of buzzing going on. And they blaming her for his actual loss, because he did not beat Senator Ted Cruz. I don't know how Ted Cruz is still in office.
I don't either.
But Beyonce was not the help that everyone had hoped she would be.
I mean, here's the thing. I have to go with the Beyhive a little bit on this. I mean, I know she's a busy woman, but you know, this was so important, and everybody knew how important this was, that I am a little surprised that she wasn't a little bit more forefront with it. You know, like in the mix and really, you know, promoting Democrats and getting her promotion on.
I wonder if somebody got fired, because I have to think that she had already made the decision quite a bit ago that she was going to support Beto, and they probably did the pictures, and they had the pictures stocked, and whoever runs her Instagram was not really on top of their timing, because they were like, oh, it'll be a great idea, like day of, we'll shoot it. And it's like, that was a real bad choice on your part. Like you should have given it at least a week in advance to give people like some information. But either way, it's kind of like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
I mean, she Beyonce, she'll get out of it.
She'll bounce back.
The Beyhive will love her again in a week.
They'll love her again. And Beto will be back. I'm sure he will run, because he was super great. Like, super inspirational. If you've never heard any of his speeches, he was like a dope dude. I think he'll be back for something else. If anything, somebody got to come back and get rid of Ted Cruz, because Just looking at him, I'm like,
Eddie Munster? Yeah, we got to get rid of Eddie Munster.
Why, son?
Yeah.
All right, so in addition to all of that, we did have some good news that came out of the midterm elections. We had a lot of firsts in the, the Democrats took back the House of Representatives. We didn't take the Senate, but that's okay.
That's okay.
But there, in addition to, the taking over the House, there were a lot of firsts in terms of the type of people that won their races. And just to give you guys a few of some of these firsts that occurred, Michigan is celebrating because Rashida Tlaib became Congress's first Muslim woman representative. Ayanna Pressley is a Democrat from Massachusetts who became the first black woman elected to the House of Representatives in that area. Chris Pappas of New Hampshire became the first openly gay male in Congress in a district that voted for Trump 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Jared Polis, considered the first openly gay male governor that was voted in Colorado. Sharice Davids, who is the first Native American woman elected to the U.S. Congress by Kansas. Shout out to Kansas. One of them ladies got real mad. I think it's like Ann Coulter or something that was like, I quit you, Kansas. I give up on you. And then somebody like tweeted back like, hey, did they drop the house on your sister again? Ooh. And they was calling her a witch, if y'all didn't get that. Ooh. Anyway, so Ilhan Omar is the first Somali American woman elected to Congress out of Minneapolis. And Marsha Blackburn became the first female senator from Tennessee. And there's a lot of, quite a few more that you guys can actually like look up online that are like super first. Alexandria Cortez, Ocasio-Cortez, did I say that right?
I think it's Ocasio.
Ocasio? I think it's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Did I make that up? Anyway, she was the one in New York that was a Democratic Socialist, everybody's skirt. And she's the youngest ever elected to Congress. And a funny story that came out about her is that she can't afford to move to D.C. for her job yet because she doesn't get paid for 3 months for the job. And most of us that move for jobs and things, we need that paycheck get to the, and she made a comment about how the system is not set up for working class people to participate as representatives because you're struggling. But
hopefully that all's changing. So,
hopefully she will change it and bring some new ideas. So we got lots of new women, we got Native Americans, we got gay people. Hopefully we'll continue to blend out what's happening in our representation.
Yeah, it was a big win. I mean, I was looking at CNN and they reported that, if you don't know, which a lot of people do, but some people don't, the benefit of the Democrats' majority ruling means that under a Democratic-controlled House, Democrats will have more authority and fewer restraints on their ability to exercise oversight of the Trump administration, and it could launch investigations to the president's finances, including going after his tax returns. Finally, we can get there and find all that stuff out, as well as ramp up a probe into the possibility that Trump's campaign was colluded with the Russian government to win the White House, which Trump has consistently denied. And also, impeachment is part of it. Like they could look back into that.
Not a good idea in my opinion, but
why not?
Get there to that's just
you think it's
that's a bomb. I think that's shooting ourselves in the foot.
You think
because
so?
It'll just ignite the people that already support him even more. Like I just think use what we have now that we have the control of the House of Representatives, do the best that we can in the next 2 years and get him out, get a good candidate in line for 2020 and focus on that. Because the impeaching and all that, it's just a mess and it's a distraction, and I don't think it'll be successful, number one, and unless something amazing comes out of the Mueller investigation that we're supposed to get hopefully really soon. Additionally, the races in Florida and Georgia are still going real strong,
right?
y'all.
I know, right?
Stacey Abrams for governor. She ain't giving up. She's like, nah, boo, you are a liar and a cheat and a nasty fool. And I agree. And I won't even say his name because I am so disgusted by the man that she is running against. And then there was a report that even though Andrew Gillum gave up in Florida, he conceded that the numbers were changing so much that there's a possibility that there will be a runoff or a recount for him for governor, as well as the Senate race that's still going on in Florida. So
now my question is, because I don't know this part, when does it conclude? You know what I mean? I know they let it go on an extra couple days. I think it's different from each state. I don't remember what I just heard because I just heard it literally coming in. I think that they have until November 11th or something to finish counting the votes because they're counting all the absentee ballots and stuff like that. And then Florida and Georgia, they're all every state is different. If it's only separating by less than 1 percentage point, then that triggers a runoff, I think, in Florida. And if it's less than 50%
of the total vote in Georgia, that's what triggers a runoff that would happen in December.
Okay.
So it's different. I'm not. You guys don't quote me on that. I know it's something like that.
You sounded like you knew what you was talking about.
It's
that's
in
all
general,
I got to say. I believed you.
I got the general idea, but yeah. So they're still counting, and who knows? I mean, I was really like, my heart was broken that like Andrew and Stacey didn't just blow it out of the water, so that there would be no question. But you know, but that's still a good thing because both of those states, y'all know how they be leaning red.
Right.
And now it's looking real clear that there's just as much blue as red, and that's I think that's only a good thing.
And people came out to vote.
Yes, we had an increase in voters. I don't have the numbers on me, but it was a definite increase in voters coming out for the midterms.
It was, and I was very happy to hear about that. I mean,
hopefully we continue to do that.
Yes, hopefully this is not just a
moment in time.
A moment in time because they're frustrated with who's in there right now.
Keep the momentum.
Keep the momentum going. All right, so we're going to move on to our EUR Web Story Spotlight of the Week.
EUR Web Story Spotlight of the Week.
Did you hear about this story that our hip-hop legends, two of our biggest hip-hop stars, LL Cool J and Ice Cube, are teaming up?
I know. It's going to be a party.
I was hoping it was a record, but it ain't a record. It ain't a record for y'all who thought it was an album. I would, because their styles are so different. You know, Cube is so hood, and then LL's, now he's, he just smooth. You know, he's from the hood, but he's smooth.
Yeah.
So the collaboration of those two, I think, would be very interesting, actually. You know what I mean? Like,
At this point in life.
Yeah.
I am interested in what they would come up with for an album.
See, I think they should go back to like that old school hip hop, like just keep it raw with both of them. I mean, I know they're in different places in their life, but I don't know.
But LL Cool J rapped about love and women and
he did.
all that. So like he's not in that different of a place. And technically Cube rapped about life and politics and what's going on in the world. So
I just don't know if he would do it in the same way now that he did before. I don't know. I mean,
maybe it would be better.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because he's, more refined.
He's refined, family, making millions of dollars on movies.
But also even a more refined viewpoint, and like really, like as you mature, you like see
you get a
things
different vision.
Very specific. So I don't know.
And that message isn't out there right now so much in hip hop with that. So that would be interesting. See, now if y'all do that record, I want my cut. That's all I'm saying.
Please do it. Please do.
All right, but the reason that we are talking about them is actually that TMZ Sports reported that LL is teaming up with Ice Cube and billionaire Carolyn Raphaelin? I think it's Raphaelin, to bid on 22 regional sports channels, including the Yes Network, that Disney is being forced to sell off by the Justice Department. Now, this is what the T is. So the 22 stations involved in the deal include everything from Fox Sports San Diego, or Fox Sports San Diego, to Fox Sports Arizona, Fox Sports Detroit, Fox Sports Southwest, and more. The big play is the Yes Network, because they're the big ballers here, because they're based in New York. And they have the rights to broadcast the Yankees game. Disney thinks Yes alone is worth between $5 and $6 billion, according to Wall Street Journal. $5 or $6 billion.
Mind you, I've never even heard of this network.
I mean, I haven't either, but I mean, we don't need to apparently because they got it covered. So the deal for all 22 stations is expected to be anywhere from $15 to $25 billion.
Goodness gracious.
$1 billion. Now, some of the other potential bidders that are going out, to get this outside of LL and Ice Cube are like heavy hitters, like private equity titans like the Apollo Global Management and Blackstone Group to the Sinclair Broadcast Group. So, yeah. Bids were due today, so cha-ching. It's a lot of money out there.
We'll find out real soon.
We'll find out. And they said that LL and Ice Cube were actually also talking to other celebrity people that they didn't name in TMZ that may come on board as well today to help them, with their bid.
This kind of excites me the way that when we had hoped that Diddy and whoever he was trying to team up with to buy the Carolina Panthers or somebody, like whatever. Like, I want that for us. I really want it for us.
I do too.
Sort of like how, what's his name, Byron Allen bought the Weather Channel, like is
that
worth
was like
crazy billions of dollars.
That deal was just ridiculous.
Crazy. So it's nice, like keep moving into those spaces that once never included.
Yeah, and I think that once again the collaboration of LL and Ice Cube, when I saw those two, I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that is.
I ain't mad at that.
I would be interested to see like what ends up happening like once they purchase, like where does programming go? Like
where it goes. Yeah, so, we'll see. Well, we'll find out soon on who gets the bid or who won the bid. Who wins the bid. A lot of winning this week, so hopefully they'll win too. Lots of cash is thrown around.
Like you just be like, yeah, I got $5 billion, and I'll get 5.
Could I just have like,
6.
can
I just get like 10% of it?
Yeah, like I'll take 1%.
You know?
I'll do 1%. I want to be, upset with 1%.
I wouldn't be mad.
You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't be mad.
All right, well, somebody else who is not mad this week and in other hip-hop news is Missy Elliott. You go, girl! You are among the nominees for the 2019 Songwriters Hall of Fame, making history as the first female nominated for the award.
Female
rapper.
Okay.
Excuse me. Female rapper nominated for the award. Other females nominated include Mariah Carey, Annie Lennox from the Eurythmics, you know, Sweet Dreams and Made of These, you know, that was the jam. 6 of the nominees will be inducted at the 50th Annual Songwriters Hall of Fame Induction and Awards Gala in New York City. And according to AP, the eligible members of the Hall of Fame can vote for 3 performing and non-performing songwriters each. The voting deadline is December 17th, so it's still a little bit of time.
All right, y'all still voting.
Still voting.
Dope.
I mean, she deserves it.
She definitely
deserves
it.
I mean, I was trying to look up, like, when I was looking at all the hits that she has versus what she's written, it was just like, I was like, man.
Her hits, the hits she's written for everybody else, like, just brilliance all the way around.
Brilliance. And the only other rappers that have been inducted have been Jay-Z was the first rapper inducted in 2017, and Jermaine Dupri was inducted in 2018. I didn't know about Jermaine when I read it.
That's awesome.
And you know, there's all that controversy going on right now in Atlanta, you know, with the So Defs and you know who's going to be performing at Super Bowl, and you know, so there's a lot going on.
And he was saying that, you know,
he actually said
they should because that's a platform which, like I said, when we was hoping that Janet would come out with J-Tim, I was like, yes, come out and take your knee on that whole stage. That I would have. Now
that would have been a boss move.
And so if So Def and all of them performed, and at the end of the performance, all of them took a knee, I would be like, yes.
I mean, that would be a historic moment. That would be a football game to remember.
The Black Panther dancers that scared all the white folks.
That would kill that though. That would kill it. You know, that was great, but that would
fantastic.
But
this would be like next level. Oh my God.
Next level.
Please do it.
Please. You know what? We have some great ideas here today.
Please do it.
You know what I'm saying?
We
got a collaboration of an album for Ice Cube and LL. We got Bend the Knee, Jermaine Dupri, and performers.
We need to see that happen. I vote yes.
I vote yes to that.
Yes.
What y'all think? Let us know in the comments.
Please do.
You know what I mean?
Please do.
All right, that's all I got today, Courtney.
That's it?
And I'm
that
better.
Was so fast.
It was fast, but I'm better in my feelings today, though.
That's good. Brought your energies up. Yay.
You brought my energy up. Can we go, Tony? Can we go out to Missy?
Name her Becky.
Well, it's a boy, so because his name is Silver Fox, but now you know, because he's like you know, he's cool.
That's
you know
the name
what I mean?
of his car, y'all. In case y'all missed that.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. His car is cool. It's like my uncle.
Silver Fox. My car's name is Betty, because she's a Prius, and Betty just seemed right.
Okay, well, where can fans find you and Betty on social media?
Oh Lord, y'all can find me everywhere at Stewart Starlet.
All right, well, you can find me at Derrial Christon on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And if you have CBS and you are in Southern California, you can watch me on CBS's This Is LA every weekend, Saturdays and Sundays.
Y'all look at him lounging with all the rich folks and their businesses. It's so
It's fun.
precious.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny. It's
nice.
fun. It's great. Yeah, but we're going to go out with a little Missy because, you know, keeping that vibe going. Congratulations,
and
Missy.
we don't want no 1 minute man, y'all.
Oh, boy.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Derrial, Christon, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.